Some Zanu-PF legislators say Zimbabwe's proposed patriotic bill should have clauses that impose a ban on local politicians who advocate sanctions against the country. Berengwa South legislator Alan Pofu and Pupuraito Garepi were both contributing to the debate on the proposed patriotic bill. What do you do with citizens who make it their duty to spend hours and hours crafting counter narratives that are negative with all intent and purpose intended to harm the country's positive good reputation? This is a very crucial question for this debate, Pofu said. The ZANU-PF-led government accuses the opposition MDC of calling for Western-imposed sanctions against the country. The travel and asset freeze on selected politicians and associated firms was imposed nearly 2 decades ago by the US and its European allies. The embargo was introduced as a reaction to rights abuses, corruption, and poll theft by the then Robert Mugabe-led administration. Pupuraito Garepi said the proposed law should help stop some opposition politicians from running for public office in the future. In their future interest for public office, if you have campaigned against Zimbabwe, the law should actually bar you from getting into any public office because you would have killed the people that you want to look after. People entrust you with their lives, yet you go out there to say, let these people die until I become a ruler, Togarepi said. Togarepi told reporters that he would want to see the MDC Alliance leader Nelson Chamisa and one of his deputies, Tendai Biti, barred from participating in the 2023 elections. He referred to the two prominent politicians as traitors. I'm not a lawyer, but it would be ideal if the law could apply in retrospect for such traitors. This can console the majority of our people who have suffered under these sanctions that were largely a product of lobbying by people like Biti, Chamisa, and their cohorts. If the law says so, they will be bad. This depends on the provisions of the Patriotic Act. And if I was the drafter, I would definitely ensure the law censors enemies of the state. For instance, there is information that Biti wrote a letter persuading the world not to give Zimbabwe COVID-19 financial support. If this is true, how can such an anti-Zimbabwe element be allowed to govern the same people he denied access to emergency medical care, said the ZANU-PF lawmaker.